I love getting up early because you get to enjoy, especially if your goal is just wandering straight, you get to enjoy how pretty everything looks as the sun is rising and there's like no one around. Ideal. Now, all of that is not to say that I don't like talking to strangers, because I do. I just don't like having people a centimeter away from my skin when I don't know them. Oh, I'm sorry, isn't that gorgeous? So it's not that I don't like talking to people. I just don't like loud, large crowds for extended periods of time. So the coffee machine in the room was a bust. Had to go out and get one. It was an expensive coffee, but I'm going to sit and finish up those strawberries that I didn't get the chance to finish with a little chocolate and some coffee for a little sit by the lake before I go get my transit. Note to self, I should have washed my clothes again before I got to Switzerland. It's 14 Swiss francs just for washing. Ooh, look at the paragliders. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Hi Mom, hi Dad. It is day 10 of my trip and I'm making safe and smart choices. Today I'm going paragliding. I'll see you on the ground. Can't wait to tell you about this after. Actually, maybe Mom and Dad look away now if you don't want to see, but look at the mountains. Oh, it is so gorgeous. I don't feel pressed and I don't feel stressed. I'm mostly just excited. I feel excited. I'm excited to be here. I thought I would be more nervous or that my tummy would be in knots or something, but it really is just excitement.
To work in the mine in the north.
Hello guys!
Hello! When I say that that was so fun, I thought I would be nervous about going, about the run, about the takeoff, or like I thought like my tummy would maybe be turning in the car on the drive up. I was just excited. I was so excited. I had so much fun. I would absolutely 100,000% go paragliding again. If I lived here, I would get my license. It was just so phenomenal. It was so good. It was kind of like being up in a hot air balloon, but it had like a little more to it than the hot air balloon did. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful time. Oh. And Fab was so nice. He was very sweet. He told me he's been out for 12 hours on a solo trip. Like, you can go for that long. And I didn't realize that. But I guess as long as you keep finding the wind and going up, you can go on for as long as the wind does. That's crazy. Oh my God. Okay, Mom, Dad, you can look now. Oh, phenomenal. But now I'm starved. So it is time to finally go check into my hotel. I'm not even staying in Interlaken. I've stayed here this whole time simply to go paragliding, and I'm so glad that I did. Oh, it was so beautiful. No nerves at all. Although I do find a lot of time, like nervousness or anxiety and excitement feel about the same. So it was so fun. Almost lost it. Behold my bounty. Yum, peanut butter sandwiches for the day. Nothing like some peanut butter sandwiches and a multivitamin to really, really get the day started. I can't believe the laundry machines were so expensive. I mean, I can fully believe it. Note to self, next time, do your laundry before you go to Switzerland. And I also paid like 10 Canadian dollars for the smallest cup of coffee. So it's simply an expense I cannot cut. I booked it. Fuck the expenses. I booked it. I'm going paragliding. Mr. Duck, you're very brazen. Oh, don't nip me. I'll be sad. It is so beautiful here. I can't get over it. I am waiting to go paragliding. And I booked some canyoning, but shh. That's for another day. Mom, Dad, you didn't hear that. I'm so excited. And you would think that after my last trip, I would have learned and preemptively brought the bag, but I didn't. So I've acquired a snack pack. Where I'm gonna be hiking, I need to carry water and I need to carry snacks, and I don't want to carry my full backpack. So I have a snack-sized backpack to hold my snacks. I have already broken the top strap off it a little because I always have a carabiner. So I tried to hang it a la carabiner. But it is not a high quality backpack, so that did not work. But on the plus side, it does have buckles, so I can hang it off my backpack by the buckles. Scenic spot for a sandwich. I'm like sat here staring at this beautiful view. Are you kidding me? My parents would love this. And I'm just thinking, Mom and Dad, I'm very thankful that you guys raised me to be independent and able to just go and do things on my own, because if I had to wait for someone to go on these trips with me, I likely either A, would never make it, or B, would not get to do everything that I'm getting to do on these trips on my own. And Nicole, what better way to repay your parents than by strapping yourself to a stranger and jumping off the side of a mountain? Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. Oh, but it's gonna be so fun. You'll probably see this after I jump, because I think it's funnier if I put the jumping bit first. But I'm just sat. Oh, ouch. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I scraped my ankle on a rock. But I'm just sat. The birds are singing. The sun is shining. I have a beautiful view in front of me. I just had a peanut butter sandwich and some chocolate. And just everything is well and life is good, and I'm just very thankful for my parents. You sap. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. I finally made it up to Wengen. I was supposed to be here at noon. It's now 5:20, 5:30. I had an 8-kilometer hike planned, but I really wanted to go paragliding and I have no regrets. So I finally made it. So I'm going to settle into my hotel, have a snack, have some water, maybe get a small hike in, short one, a couple kilometers. And I think one of the hotels has a bit of live music starting at 8:30. So I'll probably go see that and then have an early time to bed. Get up and get a good hike in tomorrow. I'm so excited. So Wengen has no cars, so it's all walking. So I don't have to worry about getting hit. Very exciting. Apparently I was lied to. There's all these cute little vans for, I'm assuming, the people who have to work here. Room tour for Wengen. It is towards the top of the hill or mountain, so I did have to go up a little incline to get here. A little extra sweaty, that's okay. The washroom. I love the tile. A bathtub. Oh, a face cloth. Thank God. A Jesus bar. I will be using that. And then, nice and simple, we've got a bed with, it looks like, a bag of complimentary nuts, a bottle of Prosecco, which I'm hoping is complimentary because I will be drinking it, and all the information for the room came in this cute little card, and I got like discount cards and stuff for the stores. Super cute. And then let's check out this view. The room unfortunately has no AC, but oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. How do I, oh. Oh my God.
It's not very good, is it?
It's so pretty. I'm sorry, are you kidding me? That's incredible. I still can't get over the room from my hotel, but the next day is supposed to be cloudy, and then I think it's supposed to thunder and lightning. So I do have hikes planned for tomorrow, but I want to get a short one in tonight. So I found a little one. So I'm gonna go and do that while I still have some sun. This is like idyllic. Let's play a game of can Nicole stand the trails? Also, the thing about hiking in the mountains is you gotta go up. You get to go down eventually. You get to go down, but you have to go up first. Two roads diverged in a wood, and all trails told me to take the higher path. So this is not the all trails path I'm supposed to take. This is a little drop off to Wengen Viewpoint, I'm pretty sure. I looked at it on the map. It doesn't look that long. And from what I can see, it's already so pretty. I gotta keep going. So I'll go out and do this little bit, and then I'll double back to my path. Also, I was so sure there was gonna be more people out. It's a beautiful evening. I passed by a couple of people having a fire a little further down, but oh, gorgeous. I'm sorry, I love the mountains. There's one thing about me, I love the mountains. I love a lake. I love a hike. This is like the ideal part of the whole trip. Not that the other parts weren't ideal and that I didn't like them, because I do, but I mean, no crowds, trees, rocks, mountains, lakes. Oh. If I'm being honest, I feel a little naked. Usually when I hike, I have a knife. Not that you need a knife to hike, but I usually have like a knife and a lighter and a couple little whatevers just in case, but I cannot bring a knife back with me on the plane, so I just have water, nuts, and my phone. Look at how skinny and tall these trees are. Is this campsite? Can you get campsites up here? This is going to be a problem. Look at this. And there's even the rack for, and all the firewood is there. Imagine hiking up here with your tent, and camping, and that's your view in the morning. You think they need any Canadian massage therapists here by any chance? It's like my eyes don't even think any of this is real. So I have been meandering along the trails, like coming on and off, but on and off to other trails. I've been checking my all trails to make sure they're like dotted out on the map. I'm not just willy-nilly going off the path while I'm hiking alone. That's irresponsible. But slowly meandering my way. And there's so many other little side trails or little like through paths I see that I want to do. But if it's not marked, I'm not going. And if the little bushies are too close together, I don't want to get bit by a tick. But that's also just if it's not marked. If it's marked, I'll go. And time passes by so fast when you hike. I'm already an hour in. And it's just lovely. I think Wengen is 40 minutes from this lookout. But now that's 40 minutes if you don't take your sweet old time when you hike like I do. I've got to stop and I got to smell the plants and take pictures of any birds I see for my sister and pictures of the mountains and make little notes in my notebook of thoughts that I have. Raw dogging it, no headphones per usual, because I don't know, I just like to listen to the trees. I speak to the trees. Minus, of course, these vacation video vlogs. But that is okay. Because now, in a couple of decades, should I make it that long, I can look back at myself hiking in Switzerland in my 20s. Like, do you see that? No, you don't. Now you do. Like, this is not the last time I will be here. I tell you that right now. I keep taking pictures and videos trying to like capture how beautiful it is, but none of it looks as good as it does with my own two eyes. It's crazy. It doesn't even look real. Boogieing down the mountain, and I was like, I should check what time it is and see how I'm doing before it gets dark. And I'm glad I did, because you know how I was talking about how I meander along trails? Apparently I just swinged right off the path. I'm going down some other trail that does not lead closer to Wengen. In fact, it leads much further away by the looks of it. Oopsie. So the reason I missed the turn is because there's yellow tape. And in my head, this yellow tape means do not go on this path. So I guess I turn around. Thought I heard something clumping through the woods. I guess I turn around. Not sure. I'll see what the all trails say if anyone's been here today. I see no sign, but it is definitely across like the whole way to access the rest of the trail. So I can only assume that this side of the trail is closed for some reason, some maintenance, some sort of washout. All I know is that it is, 7:30, 8-ish, and I would like to be back before it gets dark. And I'm not taking a chance on like a washed out section of trail, or if it's up for some other sort of safety hazard reason, even if it's just trail maintenance. If they put the tape up, I'm sure they had a reason. So I'm just gonna kind of turn around and retrace my steps, maybe check on all trails to see if there's like a little alternate route. That other route I was taking, to alternate. It would be dark, I think, by the time I got back. So it's just another little part of the adventure. I think looking at the all trails map, I should be able to climb back up this little bit of hill and take a little side route off to the right and get back onto that path that I wanted to take, as long as that section is also not closed. I work in an iron ore mine. I respect caution tape, even unlabeled, because that's how you get squat. But look, how lucky am I to get to see that a second time. I tried this route. I have a good feeling about going this way. So this detour, I think, has brought me within seeing distance of the yellow tape. But there's been none on this end, so I guess maybe it was just for that section of bridge. Maybe they don't have like the boards nailed in. Unsure, but oh, look at this. That is the... It's always nice to find your path again after you've lost your way. But bad, Nicole. No more stopping. Get to walking. I feel like I have an hour before the sun is down fully, but it is descending. I checked all trails because I was fully about to go that way when I actually have to go this way. So maybe I should pay more attention to my map and the signs. But I'm like chronic bad for just like taking little wanders on trails, which normally not a big deal because I start in the morning. But I mean, it's not like I'll perish if the lights go out. It's just more a preference thing. Oh, shut up, this is so beautiful. I'm so glad I'm doing this now. These knees are on borrowed time. Borrowed. So Mom, in an earlier one of these, I know I said a lot of places kind of look like New Brunswick when you're traveling. A lot of places kind of smell like New Brunswick too. And by that, I mean of manure, of farmland. They actually have the clocky cowbells on their cows out here. Oh, and a bug flew into my eye. And they sound so pretty. It's always like I can hear the cows. And I can smell the cows. But I don't always see the cows, although this time I did, which was exciting. And before anybody is sad about me doing my little hike alone while the sun is close to setting, it's only 5 kilometers and I still have an hour left to sun, and I made it back. This has just simply been the most idyllic day. I finally just felt a chill for the first time in over a week. What a treat. I just sat out for like 2.5, 3 hours and watched the moon rise with a bottle of local wine. I'm sorry, can you name a more perfect day than this one? Just phenomenal.